Hi everyone, it's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. Thank you very much for coming back to look at another video. And you are at the right place. Don't worry, don't change that channel. This has not turned into a cooking show. There is an important reason why I have these pizza boxes up, and I'm going to explain it to you in just a second. And it's something that could help you make a lot of money when you go to estate sales or garage sales or any other place where you go to source merchandise. As you know, estate sales are one of the places that I like to go to find merchandise that I could get for very cheap and flip it for very high dollar amounts. So I'm going to show you an example of how that happened, but it only happened through paying attention, and it's an item that everybody missed because they misperceived what it was. Now, as a general rule of thumb at estate sales, the first place that I like to go is in the basement or in the attic area because that's where stuff is stored, especially stuff that is big or is larger or has a particular value to it. And you could find stuff in basements that, they really are from all sorts of different types of collections. It's not like it's if you go into a kitchen, you're going to find vintage kitchen items, or if you go into a bathroom at an estate sale, you're going to see mostly bathroom related stuff and wall hangings and things. In a basement or an attic, you never know what you're going to find in those places. So that's why, unless you had advanced knowledge that there was a special room in the house, like a room that just had dolls or a room that just had toys and vintage action figures, and you knew there was going to be something good in there, if you didn't, unless you knew that, I would suggest heading down to the basement or to the attic. And then taking your time when you're in those rooms. Another mistake that I see people make at the estate sales is they run and race from room to room trying to find that one great item that they think that they're going to be able to beat everyone else out to. And there are cases where you could use that approach and you could get lucky. But what I like to do is I like to hit a room that I know is rich in merchandise and just take my time and slowly process and work my way through it. Because I still know that there's going to be other rooms in the house where people are going to have overlooked things, and I'm going to be able to find it by taking my time. And this is a good example of it. Now, when you go to estate sales, getting into why I see this, showing you these pizza boxes. Pizza boxes are actually not an uncommon thing to see at an estate sale because the people who run the estate sales are typically there all day, and at some point, they'll order pizzas and, they'll split it amongst the coworkers, so it's not uncommon at all to see a pizza box or two laying around in an estate sale. In addition, what is also not uncommon at estate sales is that you will find, including in basements, food items that were stored by the deceased owner. And a lot of these items are things that are old, boxes of food, cans of food, and again, it's not uncommon that you might find an old pizza box that just had never been discarded, which is laying around somewhere. Just like you'll find all sorts of stuff that have just been kind of tossed and thrown in a basement, particularly if it's not one that was kept very neat, where there was all sorts of old stuff just kind of scattered and tossed all around the place. So I went down to the basement of an estate sale, and I had gone through one of the rooms and picked through a bunch of things. I found some vintage spray cans in it. I found a good Budweiser sign. I found McDonald's food tester. Also, it was electronic. I found all sorts of great stuff. And once I finished with that room, I went into the laundry room area. And on top of the washing machine was a box that looked like this. Now, it wasn't open. It was closed, like the one that you see here to the back or the one that you see down below. Just imagine this flap folded down. And, it had the shape of a pizza box. And I later found out that the reason why it was still sitting there and the reason why everybody had walked by it is because no one realized what it really was, and everyone thought that it was a pizza box. Now I'm going to show you right now what it actually was, and this is from an eBay listing, and these are the actual pictures. This is what I saw sitting there. And as you can see, it actually has nothing to do with pizza. It is a Scrabble board. And it's a Scrabble board that's in the original box that was shipped out from the manufacturer. Selcho and Ryder is who was making these games. And this game actually dates back to 1955. So it's pretty interesting that everyone just kind of missed this, and I think there's a few reasons for it. Again, you've got the shape. It's just like a pizza box shape. It's white, just like a lot of pizza boxes are. And, it has some writing on it, which, it's common to see writing on pizza boxes, like the name of the company and the address or something like that. Now, it does have the Scrabble logo on it, but it's red, and a lot of pizza boxes have red on it. They'll have circles on it, things like that. It says Scrabble, which someone could have mistaken for like a common pizza chain like Sbarro's or something like that. So that could be one of the reasons that people miss, and they just didn't take the time to stop and read it. The other thing is that, this day and age, this is not how board games look. Board games nowadays, they have the pictures on it, they're bright, they display what the actual toy is, what the game is, usually have some kids on it playing the game, having fun with it. So, when someone looks at this real quick, they're not thinking, oh, look, this might be a game. But I stopped, took a look, and realized, wait a minute, this is not a pizza box. This is looks like it's a Scrabble game. So I opened it up, and when opening it up, this is what I saw inside. Is actually deluxe Scrabble. So no pepperoni pizza and Scrabble instead. And I kept, taking it apart and looking, and this is what was underneath. You've got the Scrabble board. You've got the Scrabble box. There's some more pictures of the Scrabble board. That's the bottom of the board. That's the box again. And then you can see here's a lot of the pieces. It's got some of the instruction manuals. It's got the case with the, with the tiles and the tire holders and, the pegs and things like that. So, and I put different angles in terms of, you can see all the different pictures, by the way, that I put in my eBay ad. More pictures, the better. People really want to know what it is that they are getting, and the more pictures you could take, the more confident people will be in the item and be more likely to purchase it. In addition to that, it decreases the returns that you're going to get because the person is more familiar with the different aspects of the item. So again, you can see here, I really just took a lot of photos, different sides, got the bottom of a box, got the side of the box, all sorts of stuff. So, how much did I pay for this? It actually had no price on it. And a lot of items at estate sales do not have prices on it. I love those items because those are the items that I could typically get for, for pretty much a steal. Often because the person is just giving me some off-the-cuff price, particularly if it's a bigger item, they really just want to get rid of it. So, believe it or not, I actually got this item for $3. $3 for this. Okay, and this is an incredible piece. This is why you have to start going to estate sales. You have to do it right. I might do a separate video on estate sales at some point, but when I say do it right, there's different people that run estate sales. Some are extremely expensive, but there's a lot of them out there where they are just trying to liquidate and get rid of stuff. So you got to know who those people are by doing trial and error in your neighborhood. Get familiar with them. Get on their mailing list. Most estate sale companies have mailing lists. Get on them. They'll email you. You could also just keep going, checking on Craigslist, checking your newspapers. They'll be advertised all the time, but hit them up, and here's why. So, how did this item do? It just sold last night for $70. I had it up for $87.50. I got a best offer for $70. I didn't even bother negotiating on this one because I know I got it for $3. $70 is great. I'll definitely take that. And also, the person who purchased it is local. So there was no problem there in terms of getting it there for a reasonable price. And as you can see right here, I actually have the item. It's all boxed up. It's ready to go. It's going out tomorrow morning, and it's, again, clearly not a pizza box. So make sure, as a main lesson, that when you're going out to sales, take a closer look of what is in front of you. Don't be in such a rush that you miss one of the best pieces that is there. And I could give other examples of how this has happened, but this is one of the most recent ones. One of the most common areas to look for things is right on the walls. I've done other videos where I've shown some great items that I've just plucked right off of the walls of estate sales. So look at what's in front of you. Keep your eyes peeled. Pay attention to detail. Don't be in too much of a rush. This is going to be just a quick video, so not going to go on with too much more detail. I just want to mention a couple things. As I usually say, make sure you hit the like button down below if you like the video. Make sure you stop and join us at the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. The link to it is down below in the description section. It's a great group of people that have gotten together to talk about reselling, to ask questions, to post video links, post information about their store, post important news stories. The group is growing by the week, getting bigger and bigger. All you got to do is click join, and I will let you in as long as your profile looks fine and there's no problems. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Also, I'm glad we are picking up additional subscribers. So, I said we, but I really should say I am picking up additional subscribers. And please keep hitting subscribe, because when you hit subscribe and I see more people are enjoying the content of this channel, that is something that makes me want to make more videos for you. So it's very important, if you are enjoying the videos, that you just take the time, hit that treasure chest, hit the word subscribe, and keep coming back. Check out some of the other videos and spread the videos with others. Drop a comment down below if you like the information that you see here today, if you found it helpful, and if you get some great items at estate sales, from either something that you learned from one of the videos here, or something that you have that's a story of something similar that you saw that other people missed because they weren't paying attention. Drop that little story down below, because we could all learn from it. And that's the whole point of doing the videos and getting together and talking and communicating and exchanging ideas, is that we could all learn from each other, not just me teaching you. But I learn a lot from the comments that you make here on the YouTube channel and at the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. With that, I'm going to bid everyone adieu, and I will see you at the next video. Thanks, everyone.